Well, Simone, we still have one more minute, so go ahead with your question. Why not?
Okay. My question is, today I got help from Savvy to set up my my live demo, my live demo, my live
Awesome.
my live account. My
Uh-huh.
problem, my issue is when I go in, did everything. She walked me through the steps, in a call, Zoom
Mhm.
call. Saw what she had on her screen, did everything. When I got to, username, password, put the account number in and the password, the thing came back saying invalid account. I emptied it out, clear it out, reset, go back in, change it from live to what is that other one? Account. Let me see here if I've got it.
Yeah, is it your account with Hugo's Way?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they recently added a new server, so I bet that is the problem.
That is the problem because Savvy said it. We tried it with the live as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I had the same issue.
Okay, well, over the weekend, because I need to have use my husband's phone so I can have a iPhone screenshot and a Droid screenshot. But I will show you, and actually, I can I can do this on Tuesday. There's a way you can log into your back office and change your password.
Okay.
So hit me up on Telegram and I can show you before the class on Tuesday. But several
Sounds,
people have had that issue, so I can show you how to do that.
sounds good. It just means that I have to put off my live trading until one day.
Yeah, and hit me up on Telegram. I can help you out.
What's your chat name on Telegram or your?
It's just Tasha Hodes, Taisha. I changed the settings, so you should be able to find me pretty easily now.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll do
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the call. It's 7:02, so we're going to get started. Welcome to Forex Basics. We lead this call on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 8. And I'd like to start off every class just with the reasoning and the purpose behind the class. And I'll tell you about the format. I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes on a concept that is new and or important. And then for any beginners or first timers on the call, we like to go over some basic steps that can help you get started with your demo account, kind of explain the Tradera trade alert. And by that point, it'll be about 7:30, and then we'll have Q&A until about 8 o'clock. So let me explain the screen that you're looking at. So the yellow rectangle boxes on the right, this is everything that Tradera has to offer, starting with a back office education. If you're new to Forex, if you're seasoned in Forex, there is something back there for everyone. The owners of the company, Cody and Easton, do an amazing job of providing video education in that back office. And what I want to highlight is that it's just a great mixture of concept plus actual charting. So they will introduce a concept, a new topic, something that's foundational to your learning to trade Forex, but then they jump right into the charts. So it's very, very practical, and they're actually teaching you how to trade. And the official Tradera Master Trading or Training class is hosted Sunday nights, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And his name is Derek Conway. I've adopted Derek as my mentor. He is awesome, six-figure trader. He does it full time, and he marks up the charts for you every night. And then he posts those charts in the official Tradera Telegram, and lots of us are using those charts to trade on a nightly and daily basis. So that class is definitely on my to-do list. I recommend it, and we'll wrap this class up so that those of us who are interested can hop over there. In addition to Derek's classes, there are Coach Max and Ryan. They are wonderful, and they have additional sessions. Normally, there's a New York session at 8 a.m. Eastern, as well as an Asian session at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. Oh, one note about Derek's class. The only way to access that is through your back office. On the left, there's a live trading session. You click on that and there will be a join link. And all of those classes are recorded. So if you can't make it live, then you can find them that way. And then there are additional telegrams and other study groups. I know Brenda Isern and Clyde Fisher have a Tradera Pitmasters telegram, so that's a popular one as well, and they are both great traders. All right, so with all of that excitement and good stuff going on, the purpose of this class is to help ease you into those, all the good things that Tradera has to offer. Sometimes Forex can seem like a foreign language or like you're learning a brand new language. So the purpose of this class is just to help ease you and help that transition. So we'll cover some, introductory topics. So at least when you go to the live classes, you would have heard some of the terms before. We'll show you how to set up your demo account, how to understand the Tradera Trade Alert, and really kind of introduce TradingView for you. That's where you can learn how to mark up your charts. So this is just like a nice intro session, and that is why we do the class. So with that, I will share my screen, and tonight we will jump back into TradingView, and I want to show you some other tips and tricks and just help you get more comfortable with looking at charts on TradingView. So 1 second, and I will share my screen.
You're going in and out sometimes, so just letting you know.
Okay, thank you. Let me see if I can adjust my volume.
It's like we're losing your internet or something.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of tricky. All right, so what you're looking at now is TradingView. And TradingView is a website, it's also an app, and it's where you can go. 1 second.
Okay.
It's where you can go. Is the volume okay at this point?
Yeah, your volume's fine. You just sound like a robot a little bit sometimes.
It sounds great on mine.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know why that happens.
I can hear well on my end as well.
Okay,
yeah,
great. Thank you.
And I'm calling from Australia, and it's perfect. So it might be the internet.
Oh, perfect. Great, great. All right, so what we're looking at is TradingView, and it's a website. It's also an app that you can download on your phone. It's a little small on your phone, but it is doable. I do have team members that use it on their phone. I like to have TradingView up on my laptop. And so basically, let's just go over some basics. I know we've covered some of this before. The very first thing that you want to do is type in the pair that you want to look at. So in this case, and I'll just show you how to do that, we're looking at USD CAD. So that is the United States dollar
See what you
versus the Canadian. Yes, you do. Actually, let me type that in again. USD and then CAD.
I don't.
And so over here in
I don't see the screen that you're showing.
Are you guys seeing my TradingView? It should be a white screen.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah. And so great. So what you're looking at is the chart for USD CAD. So first, let me just show you a couple of little things that can make using TradingView easier. If you type in a pair, if you can see my cursor, I'm in the upper right corner. If you type in a pair, you can kind of keep a favorites list so that every time you log into TradingView, your pairs are already there. So you can see in this list, I have a long list of just about all the pairs, and I can just kind of go one to the other. So it's nice to kind of have that list there for you. Let's get back to UCAD. So I also want to point you to this zoom button. So there's a minus that lets you zoom out, and there's a plus button that allows you to zoom in. Now, when I'm ready to do my support and resistance zones, I find that if I can zoom way out, all of a sudden I'm able to see the peaks better. And it helps me draw my support and resistance lines just a little bit easier. Get rid of those. So basically what we're looking at is levels. We want to look for some common levels. First, we'll look for some support lines. And as we pointed out last time, support means the floor. Where are some places on this chart where the candles consistently just did not want to go below that level? Here is one here. So I'm going to choose my horizontal line. There's several different ways to mark your charts, so I'll just show you a few. So if I click on a horizontal line, here's a level that I want to identify, okay? So in addition to support lines where price is resting, let's also look for resistance lines. Think about standing on the floor and reaching up to the ceiling. The ceiling represents levels that you can't go above. So looking here, here is a level where the candles just did not seem to want to go above. So I'm going to mark right about here. Okay, and so there are lots of support lines, there are lots of resistance lines. I think I will mark one more as an example. Here's another spot where you can notice that price fell here, couldn't go below it, here, here, pretty much here and here. So this is what you'll see the traders do in all the live classes. It's like the beginning part of chart analysis is how to mark up your support and resistance zones. Now, where you really want to learn it is in your back office. The support and resistance and the market structure sections or elements in the back office are phenomenal. The Cody and Easton just did an amazing job at explaining it and teaching it. So my goal is not to teach you how to do it here, but just give you a little appetizer. So hopefully when you jump into your back office, that support and resistance section will make a little bit more sense because you've seen the chart and now I've helped you to identify some of those levels. Okay. So let's talk about just a few other tools that you might want to use. So let's say you get a trade alert, and hopefully this is a practice that everyone can start doing. When you get your trade alert, the first thing you want to do, so if I want to look at current price, I'm going to come back to the far right, and this green line here, this is showing me where price is now. So right now price is at, let me try to make that a little bigger, 1.36383, right? And I am on the hour time frame, which means each one of these candles, let me zoom in so you can see the candles. Each one of these candles represents 1 hour. So this is an hour, this is an hour, this is an hour, all the way back. And if you're ever, if you feel like your chart gets lost and you don't know what to do, right click, reset chart. Okay, and it will give you a nice close in view. So what you want to do when you first pull up your chart, TradingView will tell you where the current price is. I can use my mouse so that I can see some prices above and below. So basically when Tradera sends out a trade alert, let's say that we were in a buy So maybe our take profit is up here. Let's find a way where I can mark that. Let's use this black arrow. Let's say my take profit was here at that price. If I'm in a buy, then I'm going to have a stop loss, you know, maybe here. Okay, so let's add some text. So for my buy, here is my take profit, because for a buy, we expect price to go up. Okay, and then here, if current price is here and I expect to go up to my take profit, then I need a stop loss that is beneath. I know someone was having trouble earlier with MT4 saying that their trade was invalid. And that was because in a buy, your take profit needs to be above current price and your stop loss needs to be below current price, okay? Because we expect price to go up. So let's say you get a Tradera trade alert and for some reason you are not able to, one second. Let's say for whatever reason you were not able to jump in it right away. And so maybe it's been an hour. And of course, the question that everyone asks is it too late? Can I still jump into the trade alert? Well, here's some of the questions that you can ask to answer that question for yourself. First, come into TradingView, see where the current price is. Take a look at where your take profit is. If this is a buy, take a look at where your stop loss is. And remember, we've talked about those risk to rewards ratio. If price is here up to my take profit, you can use this neat little tool that TradingView has, the ruler tool, the measure tool. So if I go from current price up to my, let's say my take profit is there, that's going to be, once you do the subtraction, the tool measures the number of pips for you, and that's 163 pips. That's pretty good. And then if we wanted to measure what our stop loss would be, it's not going to be that big. It's probably going to be something a lot closer. Then we could take our tool again. We could say from our current price down to our stop loss, that's about 68 pips. Okay, so basically you want to make sure that you have at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If I'm risking 68 pips for a stop loss, which is on the large side, I at least want to have a take profit that's 68 pips away. Okay, we don't want to have that reverse where our stop loss is like, say, 100 points and we're only going for 20 pips. That's kind of backwards. We want to have it at least 1-to-1, preferably even higher, where you're risking, say, 20 pips to gain 40, or you're risking 20 pips to gain 60. So those are some of the questions that you can ask yourself to know if it's too late to enter the trade. So I just wanted to introduce a little bit of TradingView, and let me show you a little bit about these candles. Let me do a right click and reset my chart. So notice, I want to explain to you how price moves. Let's say we entered a trade here. And hopefully we entered a buy, and we can see that price is going up, up, up. But if you notice, because the green candles represent price going up, the red candles represent price going down. So if you notice, there's some red candles along the way, right? It's rare that price just shoots in one direction, you know, forever and ever. We have what we call pullbacks. So let me write that word out. A pullback. And there are other words for it as well, but for the first time introducing it, we'll call it a pullback for now. And basically a pullback is when price kind of dips back in the other direction ever so slightly. So the red candles would represent the pullback because price was here and then price drops down before it continues up. So this is normally how price moves. And the reason that I wanted to tell you about a pullback is that you can be taking your Tradera trade alert and you say, wow, I'm up. Let's say you're in your demo account. You say, I'm up $5. And then you turn around 5 minutes later and you look at your profits and you're only up $4. And you're wondering, but what happened? I thought, price was going my way. I thought I was winning the trade. Why am I, kind of slowly losing money? And the explanation is you're just in a pullback. So you would start here and price would go up, tiny pullback. Price goes up, tiny pullback. Then price really moves up. And then we have a little bigger pullback. Price moves up again, tiny pullback, then price just goes through the roof. That is a really big movement and no pullbacks at all. And, to be honest, you don't really know if you're going to have one pullback or two pullbacks or three pullbacks, or if price is going to go, straight to your TP. So you just need to be prepared in case you see your winnings and your earnings fluctuate, because this is how, price moves in stair steps, up a little bit and then it pulls back, up a little bit and then it pulls back. And this is the nature of looking at charts. So just to recap, remember that you can type in your pairs here. So we mentioned this last time. There are a couple of pairs that are good for beginners. And that would be USD JPY. Also Euro USD, Euro JPY, as well as the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. All of these are nice beginner pairs if you wanted to practice just pulling them up and just beginning to look to see, can you identify what trend we're in? Right now, price is definitely in an uptrend. Here to the left, you can see price was in a very long downtrend. And here, where you see price kind of moving sideways, we call that kind of consolidation. Price goes up a little bit and down, up a little bit and down, just kind of not going up or down in any big movement. So those are the three ways that that price can move. You can have an uptrend. You can have a downtrend. And then you can have consolidation. So if you wanted to, for fun, pull up a random pair, take one of these beginner pairs and ask yourself, can you identify the trends, the downtrends, the consolidation? Here's a downtrend, up, it goes down, and it's going up again. All right, so with that, I know we have a few people on the call and it's their first time. So let's go through what we cover in every class to make sure that everyone is able to start up their demo account. So 1 second and I will share that slide. So we recommend that everyone starts in a demo account if you are brand new to Forex. What a demo account allows you to do is just kind of take trades in a nice, safe environment with fake money and you can get comfortable doing a trade, doing a buy, doing a sell, watching how price moves, watching your profits, understanding, you know, that you will have losses as well. So a demo just kind of helps you get ready for that live account where you can make real money. So know that we are able to take trades in partnership with the broker. We don't do it by ourselves. So when it's time for a live account, you'll have to connect with one of these brokers. And Tradera won't recommend any one broker over the other. This is just a list that some of the master traders came up with, brokers that we've all used in the past. They're kind of vetted, you know, you can safely put your money in, trust that when it's time for a withdrawal, you can take your money out. So for these classes, I like to use Hugo's Way, and I've done a lot of screenshots to kind of take the guesswork out of it for you. So to get a demo account through Hugo's Way, you can go to this site, hugosway.com/demo-sign-up. Just fill out a few fields, first and last name, email address. For leverage, choose 500 and choose the smallest balance, something that's more realistic than the $100,000 or $50,000 options that they have here. When you start your live account, for those that have not yet, you know, about $100 is kind of what we recommend. So once you hit submit, you'll get an email from Hugo's Way. And pay attention to this demo account number and this trader password. That's going to be how you log in to MetaTrader 4. So MetaTrader 4, or MT4 for short, that's the app that you're going to download, preferably from this email and preferably on your phone. And this is where you actually take the trade. So TradingView is just where we mark up the chart, we do our analysis, we look for a good trade to take. MetaTrader 4 is the app where we actually input the trade. And, you know, some people may want to download it on your computer. And Marcia Payne, when she gets back, we will have her do some MT4 computer setup classes. It's a lot more involved. It's a lot more complex. And so just to keep things kind of simple and easy, we recommend for now just kind of downloading it on your phone. So pick the correct version, and that's it for the first few steps. So at this point, you would have created your demo account and downloaded MT4 on your phone. So the next step is to connect the two. You want to open up MT4, and we're going to sign into that demo account that you just created. Okay, so first I'll go through the steps for the iPhone, and then we'll do the Droid. Let me slide this over so you can see the full screen. So on the iPhone, when you open up MT4, in the bottom right, you're going to click on Settings. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this class, all of these classes are recorded and posted to my YouTube channel, as well as there are small 2 to 3 minute videos there, so you wouldn't have to watch the whole class. So in the chat, I know at the beginning of class, I posted it there, a link to my YouTube channel, and yeah, it's still in the chat. So you can click there and see all the recordings there. So if I go too fast, no worries, you can have access to this. So settings, new account, and then you're going to choose the second option, which is to log in to an existing account, since we've already gone to Hugo's Way and created that demo account. Now, you're probably not going to see any of these in your list. You're going to type in Hugo's Way. And most brokers have one that they use for the demo account and one that they use for the live account. So note to all of you out there who are about to do your live account, this is the only step that will be different. For your demo account, if you're using Hugo's Way, you would look for Hugo's Way, just type it in, Hugo's Way dash demo 3. And when it's time for your live account, actually, I guess I need to update this picture because in the last few days, Hugo's Way has created a third server. So they will have 2 servers that you can use for your live account. Real 3, and then I think the other one is live. Okay. So once you do that, then it will take you to the login screen. And here's where you need to pull up. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, this is your login screen. So here's where you will need to pull up the email from Hugo's Way. And for your login, you will enter the demo account number, just type it in, or copy and paste if you're able to do that. And for password, use your trader password. Don't use the investor one because that only gives you a read only and the trade buttons won't be active for you. And then you definitely want to make sure this save password is set to on. That way you shouldn't have to come back to this email again. Okay, now for the droid, you're going to start in the upper left corner, the 3 horizontal lines. You want to click there, then click on Manage Accounts, and then click the plus icon in the upper right corner. When you do that, you'll come to the login page. And just like we did for the iPhone, give the screen a chance to catch up. Okay, so log into an existing account, type in Hugo's Way, and you want to select Demo 3, and then pull up that email and do your login, your account number, and your password, and then make sure this checkbox is checked for Save Password. So at this point, you have created your demo account, you've downloaded MT4, you've opened it up and connected MT4 to your demo account. Now for the next couple of minutes, and then we'll get right to your questions. Let me speed this up a bit. I want to talk to you about the Tradera Trade Alert. So the company sends out these trade alerts, and the time frame is kind of, sporadic. There's no set schedule, but it's Sunday through Thursday, I believe. And you can get 1 a day, you could get 3 a day, just depends on market conditions. So here's an example of what the trade alert will look like. Tradera's trade team is placing a buy trade on Euro AUD at current market price with these parameters. So I'll quickly tell you what these parameters are. And you'll recall this is what I showed you in TradingView. So here's your stop loss. So if we're going for a buy, we're expecting price to go up. But what happens if price does not go our way and price starts going down? Well, as price starts going down based on our entry point, now we're in the negative and now we're losing money. We want to be able to stop at some point, limit our losses and get out of the trade. That's what the stop loss is for. So you definitely want to make sure you always have that set, okay? Now on the flip side, good news, if price does go in the direction we think for a buy, price is just increasing, at some point, we want to take our profits and get out of the trade. We're happy with that trade. And so Tradera will give you 3 options. Take profit 1, which is normally somewhere between 15, 20, 25 pips. Then take profit 2, it's going to be a bigger trade, maybe 60, 70 pips. And then take profit 3 is normally triple digits or pretty close to it. So I typically use take profit 1, sometimes take profit 2. You'll hear the phrase a lot, pip and dip. And that means you take quick profits and secure the bag and you're out of the trade. So it just kind of depends on your risk level, whether or not you're super conservative or not. And then the lot size. MT4 will want you to enter a lot size. And I won't go into too much detail now, but basically the rule of thumb, the industry standard is kind of 0.01 for every $100 that you have in your account. If you don't quite have 100, you would still use 0.01 because that's the smallest. So for these demo accounts that have $1,000, you can use a 0.1 lot size. So every time price moves a pip, you're earning $1. And the last thing is to please use proper risk management. What that means is make sure that stop loss is set. You don't want to be at the mercy of the market. You want to set a limit to know how much you're risking for each trade. And make sure your lot size is proportionate to how much you have in your account. And the last slide is to show you how to actually take the trade. So we will start with the iPhone. Now, if the pair that you want to trade is already listed, then you can just go to the next slide. But if it's not, because when you first get a demo account, they don't have all the pairs there, just a few. So you would click the plus, the blue plus in the upper right corner, FX crosses. It may also say Forex, or it may also say FX group, just depends on your phone. Let's say I was looking here for CAD JPY. I could just click that green circle, press done, and now CAD JPY is at the bottom of my list. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Remember, all of these you can find on my YouTube channel. Hold down that CAD JPY, you're going to get a menu, a pop-up menu. Click on trade, and here are the values from the trade alert that we're gonna plug in. Now this first number is the lot size. Now that's not on your trade alert. That depends on how much money is in your account. Just take your finger and literally edit that number. Your stop loss, you're gonna plug in from the trade alert, as well as your take profit. You're going to choose 1. And then we're placing a buy trade. So you press buy and you are in the trade. So finally, let's look at the droid. Again, if you see your pair, then you can skip this slide. But if you don't, click on the plus icon here. FX group is what is showing here. And then select your pair. Hold it down. And notice for the droid, it says new order. So it says trade for the iPhone, new order for the Android. And then same thing, the first black number in the middle, adjust that for your lot size. And then it looks a little different on the droid. There's no label for stop loss. There's no label for take profit. You just gotta know this black number here on the left, that's where you put your stop loss. And this black number here on the right, that's where you put your take profit. Last step, click buy, and you are in the trade. All right, I went over a few minutes, so let's jump into Q&A. What can I help you with? Who's first? Just unmute yourself. Any questions?
Sure. I have a question.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Tasha.
It's Tasha.
Sorry, Tasha. Tasha.
It's okay. Just forget that I is even there. It was a mistake on my birth certificate, believe it or not.
Okay, Tasha. When you were going through the slide about live accounts, you're saying that once you set up a demo account for Hugo's Way, then I can just go on MT4 and just search for that live account and
No, I wish it was that easy. But on my YouTube channel, I have a whole maybe 5 to 6 minute slide on how to open a live account with Hugo's Way, if that's the one that you choose. And I outline all the steps.
Okay.
So you're going to have to go to hugosway.com and go through a series of steps. And I show you a quick way to fund it as well.
All right, not a problem. Thank you.
Yeah, so what I meant by that was after you've done all that and you created the live account, when it's time to connect to it, The only difference is then you'll choose Hugo's Way Real 3 or Hugo's Way Live.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. Who is next?
Hi, Tasha.
Yes.
Hi, this is Miriam. You say when you go to Hugo's Way and you're going to a live account, you can do Real 3 or live. So what is the difference between the two, or is there?
There's no difference. They put out an email a couple of days saying that they have enhanced the servers, and they didn't want to interfere with all of us who are already connected, so that they just created a new server. So anyone who created a live account June 5th or later, the email instructions are going to tell you, you guys connect to Hugo's Way Live. So they just added a new live server that's supposed to, help with efficiency and, some real techy stuff.
Okay, because I didn't know how you guys did your live.
Mm-hmm.
So when I just connected onto the MetaTrader, 4, and
Mm-hmm.
have been doing trades within MetaTrade. So
yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, see, MetaTrader 4 has its own kind of built-in demo, and that's perfectly fine to use. The reason I suggested going through Hugo's Way or some other broker was just to give you some practice in interacting with the broker. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to use the one that's built in the MT4. The only thing is I think it starts you off with like $100,000. So it's kind of, weird using those big numbers. But yeah, that's perfectly fine.
MetaTrader 4 doesn't have real because
you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Try your question.
I just said MetaTrader 4, so they do not have a real account. It's just a demo.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
So you'll have to go to the broker for your live account. You're welcome.
Tasha?
Yeah, Tasha.
Thanks for doing this class. I've signed on with Hugo and I tried to fund my account. What is the name of the YouTube video to actually get the money into the real life account?
It's in the how to do a live account. It's towards the end because I go through all the steps. Yeah.
How to do
so
a live
it's
account.
in that live account one. Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, thanks.
And yeah, and I'll just tell you briefly, the method that I represented, I learned about it from Brenda. You can use Cash App to buy Bitcoin, but it comes into your account as dollars. And I know people hear Bitcoin, they're like, oh no, I don't want to mess with that. But y'all, it's not bad. Like I show you all the steps, all the screen prints, all the screenshots, and it takes about, if you're already verified through Cash App, it takes like 5-10 minutes. So check it out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Tasha.
Hey there.
My name is Debbie. I joined from the UK. Thank you for your class.
Hi there.
I've learned one or two things here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. My question is, I really did not understand how to use TradingView. I've downloaded one, but it's all a jumble of numbers and figures to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I think, Debbie, we're probably going to stay on TradingView for a while just to help everyone kind of get comfortable with it. So just know, and let me share it again. Just know that when you first pull it up, hopefully my screen will share it. Yeah, it's really slow for some reason. Yeah, just know that we're going to keep talking about TradingView and showing you how to pull up a chart and how to draw your support and resistance lines. One more time, let me see if I can share it. New share. There we go. So the main thing is you type in your pair that you're looking at. If you don't know what pair to do, you can try USD JPY, Euro USD, Euro JPY, or AUD JPY, a time frame, and then you'll be looking at a chart. So here are all your prices in this column here. And, you know, the questions that you want to ask yourself are, am I in an uptrend? Am I in a downtrend? Is price just going, you know, sideways? I'm in consolidation. If you want to begin to experiment with support and resistance lines, you can just click on this tool and click on horizontal line. And there's a level right there. I think I want to mark it. And horizontal line here. Here's a level. And then you just want to jump into your back office and make sure you look at support and resistance and market structure. You know, Forex is an elephant. It's a lot to learn. So, you know, take your time and, you know, don't stress out, because it's definitely a lot to learn. But we're just gonna, you know, help you get there one step at a time.
Thank you, Tasha. The thing is, my screen is completely different from your one.
I'm sorry?
My chat screen is totally different from your one.
Really?
Yeah. I'm looking at the headings and I can't find it. I've seen the Euro USD dollar, but nah.
What you can do, find me on Telegram, and if you're able to take a screenshot on your phone, then you can send that to me and I can see what you're looking at.
Okay.
If you're looking at it on your computer, you can do it old school. Just take a picture on your phone of your computer and send that to me on Telegram, and I can see what you're looking at.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Hi, Tasha. Christine Scott here.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
I am awesome. Thank you so much for doing this webinar. A lot of great information. But I know at the beginning, I thought I heard you say that they do live trades in the evening with Derek Conway, and then they also do some at 8 a.m. How do I find the 8 a.m. live trade classes?
Yeah, there's a Zoom link for the Lit Trade House. Those are the guys that are doing the 8 a.m. and the 9 p.m. Are you a part of Lit News, that Telegram in the Lit News Telegram?
I don't believe I am.
Are you in the Lit Trade House Facebook group?
Yes, I am on the Facebook.
Okay, so there's definitely a way to get the link, I think, through that Facebook group.
So the morning ones are through the Lit Trade House, and then the evening ones are through Tradera.
Well, the Lit Trade House, they do one in the morning at 8 and one at night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And then Derek's, you go through the back office for those. And, you know, they're different. Derek is basically teaching you how to fish. It's for people who want to understand how to trade on their own, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the classes are a little different.
Okay. I'm looking now, and I'm actually not in the Lit Trade House. I'm just in the Freedom Money business community. How do
Freedom
I find
Mindset? Yes. Once you can look for it in Facebook under, just search for it, LITT, space Trade House. And then you'll have to answer a few questions like who your sponsor is, what's your Tradera ID, and then they'll accept you. And yeah, there's actually some other teaching Forex material in that group as well.
Okay.
So good stuff everywhere.
Got
Hi,
it.
Tasha.
Thank you so much.
This is Paul. Just to answer, it's in the playbook.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Perfect answer, Paul. Christine, do you have the playbook?
I can find it.
It's definitely in the Freedom Mindset Business Community Facebook page.
Okay.
Or group. Yeah, it's all through there. look for a post from Megan or Reagan about the playbook.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Paul. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tasha.
Who's next? Hey there.
Hi, Tasha. My name is Delvani.
Hi.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I just want to confirm something.
Mm-hmm.
All the charting is done in trade,
Sure.
not in MT4?
MT4. Well, that's sort of a trick question because when I first learned how to trade, all I knew about was MT4. So I had it on my computer and I did all my analysis, right there on my laptop. It seems that the charting analysis tool of choice nowadays is TradingView. And so I don't even have MT4 on my computer anymore. I just do everything in TradingView, and then I actually take the trade on MT4. So that's not to say that you can't do analysis on MT4, but TradingView, I think the tools are just maybe a little bit more easier to use, maybe.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to do charting on MT4 on my laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't saving because every time I pull like Japanese yen pair, and then I went to Europe to do the support and resistance. It changed it kept on changing to black.
I think it should save it. You're gonna make me download MT4 again just to answer that question. Yeah, if I remember, because it's been a while since I've used it on my laptop, it should save for you. Let me do some digging and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. But give TradingView a try, and at least use both and see which one you fancy better.
And I took a trade alert, on my demo account, and I didn't know how to exit the trade.
Oh, yeah. If you're looking at the screen where you can see the trade running, if you hold that down, you should be able to close it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So you can close it if you're in profit, if you're in the negative, at any point you can close it. You don't have to. If you do nothing, then it's either going to hit your take profit or your stop loss at some point. But at any point, you can just close it.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Dr. PK was on the call last week, and she was so excited because she was up hundreds of dollars in her demo account. And she said, I'm going to, take my money and run. So she closed them, right there on the call.
Oh, okay. Because mine was negative, and I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it happens. That's the good part of demo. It shows us. Yeah, it shows us how, to lose. We need to get used to that some of the time.
So, Tasha, how do you do that again to close out?
Yeah. Where the trade is showing, hold it down. And when that menu comes up, you should be able to either modify it, close it. Let's see, I don't have any trades running.
Usually I see modify or delete.
Yeah, the word is different. Yeah, you can, you don't really want to have to delete it. Do you see a close?
I'm not on the computer right now, but that's what I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Yes. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, this is Juliet. How are you?
Hey, pretty good.
Great. So I was just trying. I never got a chance to be on this call. This is my first time.
Well, welcome.
You're most welcome as well. So one of the persons that brought me in the group, was guiding me, and I decided I was going to try something for the first time. So I copied and I pasted. And I did the euro against the Swiss.
Hold on, let me. Okay, go ahead, Juliet.
Right. So I did a euro against the Swiss dollars, whatever that is. And I gained like $723.22.
Woohoo.
So I'm trying to really figure out what I did. So I was so excited. Right. I posted it to, the persons, Robert and Roxanne. I said, please tell me, up until now, Roxanne don't even know I got rich overnight. So
awesome.
I don't know what I did, but it was 1 a.m., I believe, that I posted it as soon as I saw the trade alert.
Yeah.
And I started off with $500.
Okay. Y'all need me?
I lost maybe $47 the day before. Because I made some errors, like touching things that I wasn't supposed to touch.
Yeah, that's what demo is for. Make all the mistakes you want.
And then I lost again $27. After, I put in the parameters. So out of my $500, I lost $74. Okay. So when I put in that trade, the way I was told to copy and paste, let's see now. So I had, all I know that my balance out of the $500 is $490 right now. $490.82. And I lost $74 before. So I think I came down to $526 maybe. So I can't figure out how much money I really put in that night. I mean, last night with that Euro CHF. But all I know right now, my equity is $1,174.
What's your balance? That's the important one.
So it's $490.
Yeah. So what may make it easier for you? At the bottom, you should have a history, and that will show you like all the trades you've done, like in the last day, in the last week. So that should help you add up the numbers as to what happened.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so you want to look at your balance, and then you can look at the history. So if you take in 3 trades, you should see all 3 of those trades there, which ones you lost and which ones you won.
All right, great. So the 723, what is that basically saying then?
So I'm a little confused. One trade netted you $723. You closed the trade out, or you see that in your history?
Yeah, it was a sell, and I got $723.22.
So did it hit your take profit, or did you close it manually?
I take profit, I believe.
So did it hit
didn't close it out manually.
Okay, but it did hit your take profit and the trade closed, and it was in your history?
Yes.
So your question is, why didn't your balance go up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is your demo account, right?
Yeah, I need some help because, I basically understood thus far what you taught tonight. Understand what you said. So
Good.
I would like for someone to kind of help me to understand what happened here.
Well, one thing you could do, take a screenshot of your history and send that to me on Telegram. That should tell us the story. Nothing goes on that is not captured in your history. You can go back a week, you can go back a month. So it's gonna list every single trade that you've taken and how your balance changed each time. So we can definitely track it down. Now, it's the reason I asked, did your trade hit TP or did you close it? It is very possible, okay? It is very possible that, you know, you could have been up hundreds of dollars, 700 even, and then the market turned around. You know, so the question is, did your trade close out with that 700 plus profit, or were you still in the trade and then the market conditions changed and then you ended up closing out the trade not at $700?
All I know is that I had like a 1.07394 and then the arrow 1.067. 11 and
yes.
It says sell 1.00. I don't understand, you know.
Yeah, send me a screenshot on Telegram and I can help you figure out what happened.
Okay, of the history. Okay, wonderful.
Tasha,
So everybody should see it. Should everybody see it?
No, you can send it to me on Telegram. Just
privately?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, Tasha. This is thank you for the training and all that you're doing. You're doing a great job explaining. However, I'm still kind of lost. I've been playing around with the demo, but I guess you mentioned something about TradingView. It's better we can trade on that versus MT4?
No, TradingView is just to mark it up. You still need to use MT4 to actually take the trade.
To actually, okay. All right.
Yep.
And I guess my question was, when I saw the hours up there, like you can do something in 1 hour, 4 hour, is that just the increments of the candles, or does the trade last until it either hits either point?
Yes and yes. So the 1 hour chart means each candle is 1 hour.
Okay.
If I go down to the 15-minute.
Oh my God. I'm gonna need some help because it's going up. It didn't close out yet. It's still going up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. So then with the 15-minute, each candle is 15 minutes.
Gotcha.
So if you make a trade and you set your TP and stop loss and do nothing, then that trade is going to stay open until you hit TP or until you hit stop loss, unless you hold
forever?
it and close it out. Yes, until eventually price is
either
one or the other.
Okay.
It's going to hit one or the other, at some point, or you can close it out yourself.
Oh, okay. And if I wanted to close it out myself, you'd mentioned how to do that?
Yeah.
In MT4.
The screen that shows you the trade, you would hold it down and a little menu will come up and you can modify it or close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just ask you a question?
Sure. We're
Thank you,
wrapping up.
Tasha.
Okay, so what I just did, just to learn, I realized I didn't close it out. So what I did, I just closed it out, and my balance went from $490 to $1,311.
Awesome. That now the math makes sense.
So I didn't close it out. It's been running all this time. Yep. So I just closed it out just to learn, so that I will know what to do later on.
Awesome. What? Congratulations. That is awesome.
But I saw something. My equity is still running. My margin level is still running. Do I need to do anything?
Nope. You are good with that. Those are more advanced. I don't want to cover those here because it's a bit confusing.
But I see my GPB USD is going up, so I think I need to stop it because I don't want it to rob my money.
Sure, that's your discretion. All right, everyone. I am going to get this recording posted on the YouTube channel probably by in the morning. I'm gonna hop on over to Derek's class. So any other questions, you can hit me up on Telegram. And everyone have a great weekend if I don't hear from you. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.